So here we are today. We are thatching the community garden of this fine Celtic roundhouse with about 9 volunteers and a manager. It's a broom thatch, and it's a fairly invented structure. The way that the timbers have been put together is a little unusual, but it works for what we have here, and that will allow me to teach these volunteers how to thatch, and then they're going to go on and finish it on their own. So it's quite exciting. Video your hands and interview while you're doing. So what are you doing? What's the problem you're solving?
We're trying to cover the caber with a particular... It's the big central upright pole that forms the main structure of the roof. And because we can't get the branches, obviously there isn't space where the turban covers the caber. So we're trying to find a way to get some bushy... forgotten the term. Branches to sort of fan out.
Good idea. I think I just gave you that and
just try and shove it.
you can go further.
Okay, Paul, so here we are up on the roof. What are we building and why are we building it?
Well, this is our version 2 of our roundhouse at Red Hall, which we had one here previously, which had a turf roof and not much support, and it lasted about 10 or 12 years. So as part of a project grant that we've been working with another company who've given us a bit of cash towards this, and we've decided to rebuild the whole thing. So we're now halfway up the roof, thatching away with a bit of broom and making sure it's going to be watertight, and enjoying it, I think, with everybody working away in little teams. And so this is really going to give us a great space in the garden that we can actually, when we have open days and stuff, we can have the kids down here, we can have drum workshops, we've got a nice outdoor space, we maybe do a bit of tree ID, all sorts of things like that in here, surrounded by timber that's come out of the woods, round Red Hall as well. So be a bit of an inspiration for everybody to learn more and learn woodland skills and all the things it takes to build something like this.
The aim has been to cover this central supporting upright pole, the caber. So it's done it for some of the length, and I'm hoping that the next layer up will take care of this. It's slightly
proud, yeah.
Slightly coming out, partly because of the way these
That's a bit lower, yeah. I think that's excellent. I think you've done a really good job there. I think you're a natural thatcher. I think you'll find that compresses down enough with the weight of the materials above it. And I think you'll find this will...
So this thatching project, what's interesting about it to me is I'm thatching generally on traditional properties, thatched cottages that people live in, but there's a growing movement, a growing market, shall we say, for using thatched, not dwellings, but spaces, thatched sheds, for want of a better term, outdoors in community gardens. The thatched roundhouse itself is not the main aim. It's the skill learning, the teamwork, the manual dexterity skills, as well as the mental problem solving skills. This morning we've been actually manufacturing tools to help us do something. And so you're getting bits of wood and cutting them to length and making it into some sort of lever or a holder. We've been making wire cradles this morning because it's what this job needs, the idea of you're doing the thatching for the experience rather than for creating an end product. And I think that's really interesting for community gardens. They will get an end product that's a very usable group space. You can light a fire in the centre of this and have an indoor campfire without any fire risk, and the thatch works brilliantly for no chimney needed. So that's quite interesting, I think. And also, they look good. They look really good on publicity brochures and YouTube videos for, this is what our community garden looks like. Obviously most gardens are of some degree of flat, but if you've got a 15-foot high impressive structure in it, I think it looks really good. And it also adds to utility. It means you can use your garden on a rainy day. So very interesting project this. I'm glad I've been invited to do it.